gentlemen from Isabela and Davao, our dear colleague, Senator Idol Raffy Tulfo.
Senator Raffy Tulfo is recognized, and after his explanation and I guess his manifestation, I'd ask the members to stay for just one historic picture after his manifestation. I'll suspend session for 1 minute. Yes, we recognize.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm really overwhelmed with joy. I cannot believe that this is happening.
Pati yung langit sumisigaw.
Pati yung langit parang
Pati yung
pumapalakpak.
langit sumisigaw.
This is the first time na ako po ay nagpapasa ng bill at napunta na po sa third reading. And I would like very much to thank my colleagues, especially you, Mr. President, who's been supporting me from day one, from the get.
Period of amendments are closed.
Subject to style, Mr. President.
Subject to style.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, with the consent of the body, I move that we approve on second reading Senate Bill number 2221. I so move, Mr. President.
There being no objection, Senate Bill number 2221 is approved on second reading. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, this being a certified measure, I'd like to request the Secretary to read the letter of certification from President Ferdinand Bongbong Romualdez Marcos Jr. So move, Mr. President.
Please proceed, your distinguished Deputy Secretary.
Malacanang Palace, Manila, 25 September 2023. Senator Juan Miguel F. Subiri, Senate President, Senate of the Philippines, Pasay City. Mr. Senate President, pursuant to the provisions of Article 6, Section 26, Paragraph 2 of the 1987 Constitution, I hereby certify to the necessity of the immediate enactment of Senate Bill number 2221 entitled An Act Providing for the Magna Carta of Filipino Seafarers in order to address recurring deficiencies in our domestic laws pertaining to the training accreditation of thousands of Filipino seafarers which endanger their employment in the European market in particular and the global maritime arena in general. Likewise, the bill guarantees with its obligations of ensuring that our training facilities and equipment are at the Senate of the Philippines, Pasay City. Mr. Senate President, pursuant to the provisions of Article 6, Section 26, Paragraph 2 of the 1987 Constitution, I hereby certify to the necessity of the immediate enactment of Senate Bill number 2221 entitled An Act Providing for the Magna Carta of Filipino Seafarers in order to address recurring deficiencies in our domestic laws pertaining to the training accreditation of thousands of Filipino seafarers which endanger their employment in the European market in particular and the global maritime arena in general. Likewise, the bill guarantees to the international community that the Philippines will comply with its obligations of ensuring that our training facilities and equipment are at par with international standards and those set by relevant conventions. Best regards, very truly yours, the President. Happy Farnes, Representative Ferdinand Martin G. Romualdez, Speaker of the House.
Thank you, DepSec Belen. This is definitely a historic day for all of us. Mr. President, with the consent of the body, I move to consider on third reading Senate Bill number 2221. I so move, Mr. President.
There being no objection, motion is approved. We now ask the Secretary to proceed with the third reading vote and the roll call vote of members.
Roll call vote, the Honorable Senator Angara, Senator Binay, Senator Cayetano Alan, Senator Cayetano Pia, Senator De La Rosa, Senator Ejercito, Senator Escudero, Senator Estrada, Senator Gatchalian, Senator Go, Senator Hontiveros, Senator Lapid, Senator Ligarda, Senator Marcos, Senator Padilla, Senator Pimentel, Senator Poe, Senator Revilla, Senator Tolentino, Senator Tulfo, Senator Villanueva, Senator Villar Cynthia, Senator Villar Mark, Senate President Subiri.
Yes na yes. With 14 affirmative votes, 0 negative votes, 0 abstentions, Senate Bill number 2221 is approved on third reading. A Christmas gift to seafarers, Your Honors.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, may we recognize the distinguished sponsor, the gentleman from Isabela and Davao, our dear colleague, Senator Idol Raffy Tulfo.
Senator Raffy Tulfo is recognized, and after his explanation and I guess his manifestation, I'd ask the members to stay for just one historic picture after his manifestation. I'll suspend session for 1 minute. Yes, we recognize.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm really overwhelmed with joy. I cannot believe that this is happening.
Pati yung langit sumisigaw.
Pati yung langit parang
Pati yung
pumapalakpak.
langit sumisigaw.
This is the first time na ako po ay nagpapasa ng bill at napunta na po sa third reading. And I would like very much to thank my colleagues, especially you, Mr. President, who's been supporting me from day one, from the get-go. And I really thank you. And of course, yung mga seafarers, they were always with me and I always consult them. Lalo na po yung AMASOP. Yung AMASOP po ay isang union na marami pong followers. May pinakamaraming union members. Of course, the DMW and the OWA and my staff who worked overtime to make these things possible. And for all the seafarers, this is all for you. Of course, gift to sa inyo ng ating Pangulo dahil sinertify niya as urgent bill and it really happened. So also I'd like to thank our President, BBM, for making this bill urgent. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much.
Bongbong Marcos and Mr. President SP.
Congratulations, sir. Congratulations. May I ask for 1 minute?
Mr. President,
Yes.
before we do that, may we recognize the distinguished lady from Pangasinan and Iloilo, Senator Grace Poe, for her explanation of vote, Mr. President.
Yes, our distinguished colleague from Pangasinan, Iloilo, and the Republic of the Philippines, Senator Grace Poe is recognized. And for those who also want to be made co-author and co-sponsor of this measure, let's make all the members who voted in favor tonight be made automatic co-sponsor and co-author. And I'd just like to put on record, I've been on a cruise with my wife and my family twice, and each time I go, half the crew ng cruise ship ay Pilipino. Alam mo, kaya tumataba kami doon. Tuwing kumakain po kami, dinadala kami ng kanin. Wala namang kanin doon, pero pag kilala ka Pilipino, inaalagaan ka na mabuti. Alam mo, sinasabi nila sa akin, ay, Senator Subiri, sana tulungan mo kami mga seafarers. Alam nyo na yon, I'm so happy to say this. When a seafarer now goes to us and asks us to help them, we can say with pride that this Congress, this 19th Congress, this batch of senators passed the Magna Carta for seafarers. Mabuhay po tayong lahat. Mabuhay. Senator Legarda?
Thank you very much. First of all, I'd like to congratulate all the members of the Senate, especially the sponsor, a neophyte senator who was able to shepherd the process and sponsor not an easy piece of legislation. So congratulations to Senator Raffy Tulfo, despite all odds and challenges. I would like to remind all our colleagues, Mr. President, we're standing here 2023. Who was here in 2012 where we, yes, Senator Cayetano would probably remember that we concurred in the ratification of the MLC 2006. That's the Maritime Labor Convention of 2006. It is Senate Resolution 829 when we concurred, and I believe it was a unanimous concurrence. And we know that this Maritime Labor Convention formed part of the backbone of the Magna Carta for seafarers. So that's how long it takes to be able to enact enabling legislation of conventions and treaties that we enter into. And just so that we put into the record the importance of the MLC, it envisioned to spur the modernization of shipping fleets to comply with international standards. And this will enter into force 1 year after it's been ratified by 30 countries. And this also, of course, protected the rights of personnel manning the ships, and 30% of all the personnel of ships are Filipino Seafarers, etc., etc. So I'm reading a long statement after 2012. So it took 11 years. I'm grateful to my colleagues and all the authors as well, and being a proud co-author. But of course, it would not have been possible if the Migrant Workers Committee was not established. Of course, this could have been discussed in another committee, but without the perseverance of our neophyte lawmaker, Senator Raffy Tulfo. Maraming salamat sa inyo at marami tayong gagawin para mapatupad ang mga alituntunin na napakahalagang batas na ito. Thank you,
Yes,
Mr.
once
President.
again, congratulations, Senator Raffy Tulfo. Job well done, sir. Job well done. Session suspended for 1 minute for a photo opportunity.
Yes.
And
So moved, Mr. President.
before I act on the motion, I told the secretary that we will send our employees home early tomorrow. Wala bang palakpak yung mga empleyado? Oh, maaga ang uwi ninyo bukas. Therefore, with no objection, the session is adjourned at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday, November 6, 2023. Mabuhay po tayong lahat. Mabuhay po ang Pilipinas.